Hello, and welcome to Froggy Pot. It's as self-described, a short, cozy game with a small side of existential crisis. It's a short, linear visual novel about a froggy chilling in a pot. Essentially, I believe we're trying to convince the frog to leave the pot. It's like the old thing, when the frog's in the warm water, it doesn't notice as like the heat slowly gets turned up. So you're trying to get them out before it boils, I believe. To note, it does mention that it contains brief mention of death, loss of a loved one. Certain themes may trigger feelings of deep hopelessness, stagnation, and depressive thoughts. So heads up, if you're maybe not in an amazing headspace, might skip it. Completely understandable. Otherwise, I assume it's not going to be that horribly dark. I think it's just mentions of it, but I trust your judgment. Don't feel pressured to watch any of my videos. But yeah, I saw this game in passing a while ago, and I kind of wanted to check it out. I put it off because I was like, do I feel like having an existential crisis? I don't know. Probably not, but it's supposed to be super short, and the art's really cute, and as I've mentioned, I like diversifying video length, and I like doing like, what's the word, like bigger published games, I guess, and then I like to mix in like small, like little indie games. I think it's a fun mix. So without further ado, let's play some Froggy Pot and see if we can't convince the frog to leave the water before it boils. Froggy is sleeping soundly. The pot is warm and cozy now. It does look pretty cozy, I'm gonna be honest. But it will come to a boil eventually. It will be dangerous, so please help convince Froggy to get out of the pot soon. I'm counting on you. You know what, honestly, I can't blame Froggy. That looks really cozy. I love the art, they're so cute. Hello? What? Hello? Why are you in a pot? What? Why am I in a pot? Why are you here? Oh wow. I was having such a nice nap and you woke me up. Sorry for disturbing you. Apology accepted. That was fast. Relax, it's all good. Anyway, I'm just waiting for the water to heat up. It's nice and warm. You tired? Why don't you join me? The pot will come to a boil soon. Will you come out? Don't worry. I'll get out eventually. Okay, this just seems like you're taking like a really hot shower, you know, and you let the water get like way too hot, and you're kind of a slight lobster, but it's like, it's kind of nice. It's really warm. That's what it makes me think of. I just want to relax for a bit. Once it gets too hot, I'll get out for sure. Well, I don't know if that's the best idea, Froggy. Yeah. Froggy, I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't think you're gonna get out in time if you just chill. How long have you been in here? I don't know, but it must have been quite a while now. Man, I'm so tired. Some days are just like that. I don't want to do anything, you know? I'm sure you understand, right? Absolutely I do. Anyway, what about you? So, how's your day been? You know, work, not the most fun. Not the most fun. Recently, been pretty sad. Think about my mom. It's pretty sad. Stressed, a little stressed. No, overall though, could be worse, could be worse. Let's see what fits what I just said the best. Feeling really happy. It's alright, same as usual. I'm having a rough day. What is this, a mood survey? Yeah, I'd say it was rough. I'd say it was a little rough. I'm sorry. It'd be like that sometimes, huh? It do be like that. I'm not very good at consoling people. Sorry. Me either, Froggy. It's really hard. But I guess that makes two of us now. I do feel like that is implying that, I'm not good at comforting them. Unless I'm misunderstanding. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. No. Either Froggy is saying that makes two of us for not being able to console people, or two of us for having a rough day. Probably the rough day. Probably the rough day. If it makes you feel better, I'm having a god-awful day myself. The pot is getting pretty cozy. Feel it getting a little warmer. Want to join? I'm surprised yes isn't an option, but it is a linear novel. No thanks, you really should get out, or... No, but why on earth are you wearing a jacket and water? That's blasphemy. Nah, they're cozy. You really probably should get out. Party pooper. You don't know how comfy it is to just sit in here. I can imagine. I can imagine. The world cold and hard, but in here warm and cozy. If I get out, I'll have to return to being a responsible adult. Can't run away forever. It's not going to be that bad. You're an adult? What kind of responsibilities? Well, see, there's nothing wrong with taking a break from it. I mean, just probably not, you know, in a way that's gonna cause you harm or, you know, take you out of the world of the living. I mean, that's understandable. Sometimes I completely dissociate and play mind-numbing games, so I don't have to be a responsible adult. I don't like the whole you can't run away forever. It's very... I don't know, it feels a little, like, too mean. And it's not gonna be that bad, it just feels dismissive. I don't know. Froggy, what type of responsibilities are you stressed about? Oh, just the usual. Work, clean the house, feed my ham. My hamster. Very relatable, Froggy. However, if you boil, who's gonna take care of Ham? Kinda don't want to think about all that right now. Geez, who are you anyway? I'm gonna be staying cozied up in here, so... Look, just leave me alone in peace, will you? No, the creator of the game asked me to remove you from the pot. I kinda have to now. Guess you aren't leaving. Why don't we talk about something else? So anything you like to do? Like creative things, I like playing games. Too busy nowadays. My hobbies are beyond your puny mortal comprehension. I have too many hobbies at this point. Like, it's a slight problem. You know, my big things? Puzzles, obviously games. Obviously games, but I love, like, jigsaw puzzles. That is my jam. There for a while, and I still really like it, I just haven't done it in a while, diamond paintings. Those are really fun. I like it. They're super tedious, very monotonous, but I love it. Coloring, that's really fun. Crocheting, I tend to mostly do in the cold months. And I only know like 2 stitches, but I like crocheting. You know. I mean, my main thing is gaming. I play games. Ooh, me too. Maybe one day we can play a game together. In a way we are, you know? You know, sometimes I get told that playing games is super unproductive. That I should be working on improving myself, my goals, but sometimes I want to grind in a game and not real life, you know? I completely understand, Froggy. That's why I like life simulation games. I'll be doing, like, cleaning and stuff in them, and I love it. And then it's like I look at the dishes in the sink, and I'm like, please, God, no. What about you? Any hobbies? I like guitar. In fact, I was playing a song just this morning. I wrote it myself. I'm very proud of it. Oh, that's really impressive. Can I hear it? No. It's not good enough yet. Plus, you don't have your guitar in the water. It has breaks all over, and it doesn't really follow any beats. Well, at least it has a good beginning, I think. Not that you'd be able to hear it anyway. Oh, right. Another thing I love doing is origami. They say if you fold 1,000 cranes, your wish will come true. Hmm? Oh, I don't have a wish if that's what you're asking. Do I need to have a wish? No, you don't need to. Though, I've never thought about what I'd wish for if given the chance. I make super vague wishes all the time. Like, used to when I was a kid, I'd blow in dandelions and just wish to be happy, which, in hindsight, it's very depressing. However, as an adult, I just kind of try to visualize like, a happy place, essentially. Like, one day I'd really like to have some small bit of land with, like, a nice, cozy little house, with me, my fiance, who by then will be my husband, our pets, like a nice, good-sized garden, let's see, big porch, with maybe like either some comfy chairs or like a patio swing, you know? Big kitchen, lots of home-cooked meals, you know, stuff like that. I like try to visualize it. And that's like my wish, essentially. So I pictured that, and I'm like, that's my wish. Why don't you make a wish now? That's a neat idea. I guess my wish would be to always be with the one I love, I suppose. But I don't know if that's possible right now. Well, why not? Maybe when my time is up too, we'll reunite in the sky. Oh. Froggy, you should have led with that. Or wherever dead people go. That's a very good question. Sorry. Didn't mean to bring down the mood. That's okay, I do the same thing all the time when I talk about my mom. I do it very casually. Though I still have so much to do, and yet I'm just lying here, floating away. See, I don't like that approach. Because they would, obviously, but that's not helpful to hear. Like, if I'm, like, really depressed, like, pulling your mom would want it, it's like, well, she's not here, so maybe she should tell me herself. I don't know. I'm sure they would want you to live well. I'm sure she would. The person most important to me goes by the name Sap. I miss Sap. That's not much of a segue. Please get out of the pot. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know why. When I'm in here, my knees feel weak and arms spaghetti. I just can't move. I just can't. I think you're boiling a little. I haven't seen the sky in a while. Well, you're probably not going to see it in a pot. Speaking of the sky, I've always wanted to go to space. I wanted to be an astronaut, but that seems too hard. That is really hard. So instead, I fold paper planes and dream of the skies. Oh, you're still here? This must be incredibly boring for you. Nah, I'm vibing. It's steaming. Froggy! Froggy, get out of the pot! I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd stay this long. Maybe it's time for you to leave. It's getting hot in here, huh? Froggy, get out of the pot. Froggy! Get out of the pot! Froggy, why won't you leave this pot? I know I've got to get out soon. But even if I go back, what will I do? Back to work, the hustle, the grind, all of that? To be fair, that's when I get the most depressed, is when I think about work. Like, gotta push through, gotta push through. 2 more days till my day off. 1 more day till my day off. Finally, day off. Oh, 2nd day off. Oh, gotta go to work tomorrow. Gotta go to work tomorrow. Oh, gotta go to work. That's why I'm gonna cut down on my hours. At the end of, technically speaking, it'll be the start of October. It's gotten to the point, like, I can't function. I am relating really heavily with Froggy right now, basically. Yeah, no, it's a lot. Work's a lot, you know. Grinding and hustling, gotta get the money to literally feed yourself and keep a roof over your head, you know. capitalism, etc., so forth. Fun, fun, fun. Um, yeah, no, it is soul draining, especially after you lose someone. You don't get time to grieve. My manager and boss thankfully were super cool and understanding, and I took an impromptu week off, starting the day I got the phone call about my mom in the hospital. Impromptu week off, but then I was back to it. I started a little lower on my hours, and then after a couple weeks was right back to the full set of hours, back fully into work. Like, I was working on my mom's birthday and had like a breakdown. You don't get to grieve because you have the constant thought in your mind of I have people to feed, I have to provide. It's not fun. It's awful. Yeah, and so you do get in the dumps and you're like, what do I have to go back to? Work? But you know, you have to find the little things that you enjoy. For me, that's, you know, my fiance, my dog, my cat, even though he's a little shithead. You know, my friends. Although sometimes even then it's like life's so much it's hard to see those things. And in those places I usually actually find the most joy in like really little things like the flowers or like the breeze on a hot day or something. It sounds weird, but like it's little things like that that sometimes get through to me more than anything when I'm in a really low place. So, back to Froggy. Just to relate to you, Froggy. I don't want you to feel left out. And to what end? And at the end of the day, no one is there to share my days with. No one anymore. I'm tired. Passion is a candle, mine burnt out a long time ago. Froggy. Still no good will come of staying in here. Froggy. The world that awaits me outside this pot. Do I really belong there? You know, everyone I know is so different from me. They have their passions and dreams, but I don't really have any. A lot of people don't, and that's okay. Yet being with Sap made me happy. Sap made me a better person. I know it shouldn't be this way, but Sap was my passion in a sense. Sap saw value in the things I did and encouraged me. And then there was one more person in this world with me. But now that Sap's gone, I don't know what to do anymore. Sap passed away from illness about a year ago. Since then, I've been in stagnation. I don't blame you. If anything happened to my fiancé, I'd be done so. These days, I just wade through life without much meaning. But lying in here brings me some comfort at least. Tell me, is that wrong? Oh, it's not wrong. It's understanding it would bring you comfort. Do you think I'm letting my family down? Something that's been on my mind lately. Even though Sap's gone, my family are still relying on me back home, but here I am. Just staying here, not doing anything. Some really good advice I got from one of my cousins who had lost his dad was, when you're grieving, you need to be selfish. Like, obviously, I guess there's degrees to that, and, like, situational, all that mumbo-jumbo, but at the end of the day, like, you are grieving, and you need to prioritize yourself. That's part of what finally got me to decide I could go down my hours, was just the realization that I was pushing myself to the point where it was just, I was breaking down, and losing all steam. And it was just kind of like, oh, maybe that's what he meant. Like, I need to be a little selfish and go down on my hours and focus on me, you know? So no, I don't think that's letting family down. It's as if time stops when I'm in this pot. No more worries, no more troubles. They're expecting great things of me. If they found out about my situation right now, they'd surely be disappointed in me. I think they'd be concerned. You have to think about your own happiness, too. But I don't know what happiness looks like to me. You figure it out along the way. Sap used to be here, and I was happy then. Not anymore. Do you think I can still be happy on my own? It'll take a long time. I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know, but it never hurts to try. If you don't leave this pot, you'll never know. You have to find happiness from within. You know, it doesn't hurt to try, and if you don't leave the pot, you will never know. True, but if I get out of the pot, will there be anything worth going back to? When I meet my friends, they'll ask my job is going, if I'm doing something exciting. But I don't have anything to talk about, other than my hamster, I suppose. Listen, if they're real friends, you could tell them that you're stressed and work sucks and everything is hard, and they'll be there for you. He's kind of old, but he's still killing it at that wheel. Hey, gotta take care of Hammy. When I meet my family, they'll ask me about the things I've achieved over the year. How am I supposed to tell them I've done nothing? Focusing on you. Taking a break. You need breaks from life, too. My life has remained the same. Time is slipping away. This is just so relatable. I feel like a lot of people, I'm biased, I don't know, this might be a 30s thing too, but I was going to say a lot of people in their 20s experience this. Even though, from the inside of it, like, I look around at other people, I'm like, man, they have their shit together. People younger than me at work, like, I don't have a license or a car. I can't drive. I mean, I can, technically. Not legally. Bad fear of driving. I work with people, licenses, they travel all the place, they're way more confident than me. I have people I went to college with who make me and my fiance's combined income, like, more than that, you know? Just in a year, by themselves, without including their partner's income. You know, so it's easy to look out and see that, and I get that, but at the same time, you have to also remember there are people like me in the same position. It just doesn't feel like it. At my age, everyone else has already moved on, but I'm stuck here. I'm still here for you. I don't really know you, but I like you. Please don't say that. We met a few minutes ago. How much could you possibly know about me? Ultimately, what happens to Froggy is inconsequential to you. You like guitar, because you'll continue to live and exist, and life will go on for you regardless. Yeah, but I'd be sad. You'll eventually forget about Froggy in due time. I'm just a passing Froggy in a pot. You just want to be happy you saved Froggy. I really want you to be happy. If you really wanted to save me, you would have pulled me out of the pot. You know, that's not a game mechanic that was included in this. If you really wanted to save me, you would have tried to turn the heat off. It's also not a game mechanic in this. If you really wanted, you could have come here right now. Stupid. But you just sit there talking to me, asking me to get out. It is also one of those things where at a certain point you have to make the decision yourself. You know? Like, people can help you along the way, but at the end of the day, they can't pull you out of anything. Unless it is a literal pot, then, you know, they can probably pull you out of the pot. Fortunately, I think this is a metaphorical pot. But you don't do anything. You're not my friend, you're just a stranger. You're not sap. Froggy has nothing to go back to. Passion, love, happiness, wishes. Such things are fleeting for Froggy, yet, despite my flawed self, I found someone who accepted me and loved me. But even they are not here anymore. So, tell me, how should I continue to exist? I don't know. Of course you don't. 'Cause you are me. Oh! You know, that works, considering how relatable I found you. The person I've been talking to is myself, isn't it? Convincing myself to get out of the pot, with words Sap used to tell me. Holding on to the tiny pieces of heart she gave me. Coming up with reasons to continue trying. Every day I tell myself to get out of this pot. It should be so easy. So why is it so hard? I'm truly hopeless, aren't I? It's not like I don't try. I don't want to stay like this, but every time I think, what if I get out of the pot and I do my best and things don't change? What if it doesn't get better after all? I would end up feeling worse than if I never got out. Is that the kind of world worth going back to? So I end up talking to myself, consoling myself like this to get out of the pot. Froggy seems to think you aren't real, that you're just imaginary. Excuse you, I'm a separate person, you know. Hello, Earth the Froggy? Huh? I am me and you are you. You aren't talking to yourself. You have a hamster, but I sure don't. It's true, I don't. I would never wear a hoodie in a pot filled with water like you. You know, you have a hamster and I don't. I don't understand. You're not alone here. I'm with you. You say you're real? I'm not just talking to myself the whole time? But if so, how come I can't see you? You're just a voice, so I must be imagining things. I must be so far gone I've started hallucinating or something. If you really are real, come here right now. I wish I could, but I physically cannot enter your world. You're saying you're not from this world? I don't understand. I want to help you, but I cannot come to your world. So talking is the only thing I can do. I see. But you're just someone I met a few minutes ago. Why do you care what happens to Froggy? Do I need a reason to care about someone else? You know, that's what Sap told me when we first met. I had nothing to offer her, but she cared. Maybe I had it wrong the whole time. If you say you are real, prove it. Prove to me that you're here. How? I don't know. If you were me, you wouldn't know how either. Please tell me. Tell me I'm not alone. Seems like Froggy isn't fully convinced. Froggy can't see me, but there is one thing I can do. I can tell Froggy my name. Oh! Instinctively, I almost typed my real name. Peach? So you really are from another world, Peach. You're real. In the flesh, I just told you my name. How can you be so sure? I'm just in your head. That'd be mean. Actually, Peach isn't even my real name. I'm sorry. I have to say. Actually, Peach isn't even my real name. What? After all we've been through, you won't even tell me your real name? I'm sorry. I had to say it. It's okay. I'm sure you have your reasons. Like how some people have aliases or nicknames. Yeah, exactly. Man. Geez, this sure is a long day. I don't know if I have the strength to face the outside world right now. I'm still afraid of messing up. Despite everything, you're still here, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still here. Do you think it will get better after I go back? It's not really like a linear progression type of thing, unfortunately. But some days will be better. Yeah, of course. You aren't clairvoyant. I suppose there really is no way of knowing. That'd be life. It do be like that. Oh, can Froggy ask you something? What is it? Are we friends now? You mean we weren't friends until now? I just wanted to confirm. Thanks, Peach. And sorry for calling you a stranger just now. I've been here long enough. Well, it's about time I get out of the pot. Though it's cheesy having someone to talk to that isn't myself. I feel a little better. Back into a world of uncertainty I go. I will most definitely feel hopeless again once I leave this pot. But life has to go on, even if there isn't meaning, I suppose. At the very least, I still have to take care of Ham Ham. Exactly, gotta do it for Ham Ham. My hamster. Thank you for talking to me. It's been a while since I talked to someone other than myself. Froggy has been living alone for so long now, away from my family and Sap. I don't know if life will get any easier and less confusing, but I suppose I can't stay here forever. You know, Sap once told me, a pebble that lies on the shore of a beach doesn't need a reason to be there. It just is. It just exists. But it doesn't make it any less of a pebble. so I guess for now, it's okay for me to simply exist too. Be a pebble. Till the day I can be happy again. Until then, I'll get out of the pot for now. Thank you, Peach. Though you are so far away, Froggy will always be cheering you on. See, I wish I could have like a little version of that, you know, someone to chat with me whenever I'm super sad, whenever I'm soaking in the pot. Cantus, hello. This is Cantus Mori, the creator of Froggy Pot. Or rather, I'm Cantus, a robot bunny acting as a vessel for my creator. But, well, you can treat me and Cantus Mori as the same person, really, though to be honest, I wrote in this section even though the game is over, but I'm not quite sure what to say. I don't think you look funky, personally. Aha, you notice my body looks kind of, wonky. Ugh, I know I should have asked for some colors. Then, again, we did run out of budget for the spray paint. Without color, my body is in such a sorry state. My lines look like they're about to fall apart, like my ego right now. Are you, okay? Yes, sorry about that. I do wish I could have met you in a more presentable form, but for now, this will do. It's alright, one day I'll get an upgrade for sure. Next time, be prepared for my new marvelous form. With color. In a few years. Maybe. One day I'll finally be able to save up enough to get a nicer form. But wait, that's not the point of me coming here. I'm here because I just wanted to tell you, thank you for playing, is all. And, you have my best wishes. Farewell. And that was Froggy Pot. I wasn't expecting to find it quite so relatable, actually. Like, I did not think I'd have as much to say as I did. I really connected with that. Love the art, I have to say it again. It's so cute. Like the little froggy floating in the waters. I just loved it. And like this art, gorgeous. I feel like all the games I play have such beautiful art. I have to like comment on it at least 5 times. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious if anyone else really connected with, you know, parts of it. I doubt I'm the only one who connected with a frog slowly boiling in a pot. I think that's really relatable. No, I thought the way it kind of explored like the grief and the expectations that kind of go alongside of it after losing someone, and you still have to work, and people are asking you how you're doing, and you're like, I work, I go home, I sleep, and then I work. Yeah, it's I feel like a very common experience of people just kind of getting stuck in this rut, especially after losing someone. And then, you know, the water's getting hotter, and you just can't bring yourself to, like, take care of yourself to get out of the boiling water, because it's just so heavy. But I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed it too. Hopefully the next video is a little lighter. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Bye!